house. What? Hey you all, Carpetbagger here. I'm hanging out with Ian today. We are in Naperville? Yep. Nailed it. Naperville, Illinois. I was interested coming over here. Apparently they have a lot of statues, some seemingly random and meaningless. But we're gonna check out Naperville today and see some of these oddities, statues, and just whatever else pops up along the way. So follow us. I guess getting started, we should check out this map of the town that is emblazoned into the sidewalk. It's like fit, you can walk on it. It's like made of metal. It's raised up. Let's see what we can find here. This here is a notorious circus train wreck. It killed 47 people in 1946. That is horrible. Oh, we are here, right here, next to the city hall and the riverfront, and some ducks. Okay, Ian was telling me that this Amoco plant in this area was actually revealed to be the target of nuclear missiles during the Cold War. They were aimed right at this place. What a happy experience that would have been. And it looks like there's actually like a real lake right here. Yeah, there's a little airport there with some planes, and for some reason there is a giant dragon in this reservoir. What? Yeah, there's little footprints all along the way here, and looks like there's a carp in the pond, and oh, this way to Boston. Stay alive at 55. There's some beetles. Some of this is a little random. Yeah, a lot of weird kind of stuff on this map. There's maybe a circus performer with a dog. But I think the strangest of all is right here. It appears to be Satan himself, and like a really creepy heavy metal version of Satan at that. What is this guy? I didn't even find the artist, so don't tell me this is like the mayor of Naperville or something. And this way to Aurora, famously the home of Wayne and Garth. It's like someone has taken the time to put some scarves on the statues. It's good because it keeps them warm, but actually it doesn't. They're still really cold. There's a sidewalk here that goes under the bridge, but I think it's a little too submerged for me. Check out this fancy pants Burger King. And for all you people down south that are always talking about how you want more snow because it's so beautiful, look at that. You make a snowball, you're gonna get a disease. Oh, that's a Midwestern snowball right there.
Yep. You only throw that at people you really don't like.
Yeah, apparently all this snow is making the river rise to kind of a treacherous level. Here's a bench that is also part book, and it appears that this is a book called Naperville, so I guess it's all about Naperville, and it's a bench. But I don't know, they put this other bench right in front of it. Kind of ruins the effect. You can't just sit directly on the book. You have to like sit down and like shuffle backwards, and I don't really want to get my butt wet. Yeah, look as the sidewalk just vanishes into the river. Billy and Jane is a statue of two young school children, but apparently these were two young school children who lived in Naperville that according to this plaque they were born in 1918, went to grade school together, married in 1941, and they were married for 60 years. And there's a little love letter that they wrote each other in school. And also I just noticed it says that Naperville was recognized in 1997 as the best place in the US to raise children. How about that? Yeah, I know I'm kind of driving this point home, but Look at the sidewalk, how it is level with the river, and then there the river kind of spills right over top of it. All right, Ian, you want to explain who this gentleman is
and why this is surreal for me?
Yeah.
This guy here, his name is Jim Moser. He owned a lumberyard and a contracting business in town, and when I went to college here, I worked for him. And I talked to this guy.
Pick up Harper yet?
Not yet, no.
Who got him?
He hasn't signed with anybody yet. Neither's
What
Machado.
about Machado?
Neither Machado, neither one of them. They're waiting for their money.
Was that sports?
They're good.
That's
Huh?
sports.
Sports
What's
talk?
that?
They're good.
Yep, they are. That's sports talk. I'm wearing a Cubs jacket.
Oh, okay.
I'll take Machado over Harper.
I think I probably would too.
I will.
There you go. So, Mr. Moser here owned a contracting business and a lumberyard here in town, and when I was in college, I worked for him. And I can't tell you how surreal it is. A guy I had a conversation with, and actually, this is the guy who told me, he said, I never thought I would tell you to turn down the Mozart, but please turn down the Mozart.
Turn down the Mozart. That should be on this plaque, turn down the Mozart.
But it's very surreal.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever like been to a statue of someone that I knew in real life.
It's surreal to a guy that I knew and a guy that I talked to, and here he is as a statue, and it looks just like him.
Not only is your old boss a statue,
Is he really?
he's also a Pokestop. I want to know what they're growing in the Exelon nuclear garden. Probably some really giant carrots. Yeah, look at these ducks struggle to not get washed downstream. The sundial is not really operating properly today, and there's quite a mural right here. What is it? There's a creepy skull. Are those astronauts?
Yeah. It looks kind of like the astronauts out of Ancient Aliens or something.
Yeah,
Like
I wonder if this was carved like.
By the Egyptians or
Yeah, this was probably carved by the Egyptians. And
I lived here in 1994 and this wasn't here, so.
Oh, you just ruined the illusion. And here he is, the Cat in the Hat. Now, I was trying to do a little bit of research on the Cat in the Hat here, and I could not, for the life of me, find any connection between Naperville, Illinois, and Dr. Seuss. So, best explanation is they just liked him, and so they made the statue. The only thing I don't like about this statue is the fact that he has no eyes. I guess I've never noticed this before, or just wasn't paying close enough attention, but why does the Cat in the Hat have like one giant flipper, a thumb, and then another like weird finger coming out of it? Is that supposed to be like a cat? Maybe he's polydactyl, like a Hemingway cat. I don't know. I do admit he does have some swagger there. And here's some reading children outside of the library here. Let's see what she is reading. It's nonsense. This kid right here is...
This is a most inefficient way to read.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I would be distracted with trying to keep my my body balanced and instead of what I'm reading.
There seems to be a better way to do that.
Have you ever read while doing a handstand?
I've never done a handstand.
Yeah, me neither. And check out this. It's a 10-foot tall statue of Dick Tracy. All right, so this one actually does have some connection to the town. The one of the illustrators in the later years, like 1983, was from Naperville. So there is a connection between Dick Tracy and Naperville. I remember, I've never read the comic, but I remember the movie with Warren Beatty in the 80s that came out, and it was really cool. I remember they had the weird prosthetic masks for all the villains, and what I heard was that they actually were gonna make Warren Beatty wear a prosthetic chin, because Dick Tracy had the giant chin was his trademark, and they decided against it, and it's probably for the best, because that would have been a little ghoulish. I actually went as Dick Tracy one year for Halloween. This is kind of a cool detail. He's looking at his watch there. It's like a, you know, like a spy watch. Yep, here in the Midwest, because of iciness, they actually closed down stairs for the winter. Don't fall in, man. Oh yeah, you're...
I'm tempting fate.
These ducks are like swimming sideways for some reason.
They're working real hard to get not very far.
Hey ducks, why don't you just get on land and walk? Yeah, look, they're stuck. They're trying to go. The river's too strong.
Really, guys?
Yeah. You're an embarrassment to ducks. Here is Commander Dan Schanauer. He's a Naperville resident, and he died on 9/11 in the Pentagon. And here is the town's monument to the 9/11 attacks. This steel beam is from the World Trade Center. These rocks in these cases, and I guess this rock as well, these are from the Pentagon. They're wreckage from the Pentagon. And then it said that this granite is from Pennsylvania to symbolize the plane that crashed there. And there is the footprint of Commander Schanauer. And here behind the monument they have this wall of faces. These faces are meant to represent people that died in the 9/11 attacks. These were actually designed by local school children. Just uncovered a crime here. You notice this last brick is missing, but here it is on the frozen lake. Some hooligan threw it, trying to break the ice, but he failed.
Bunch of savages in this town.
It's too many hooligans.
A lot of hooligans.
Is there any statues dedicated to hooligans?
Well, I'm sure there is. There's a statue for everything else.
This is actually the brother of your boss that we saw in the previous statue, and this is his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Moser. They call them Mr. and Mrs. Naperville, apparently. It looks like he's got a golden shovel that he's using to build great riches in Naperville. It looks like they have a tiny church on her lap, and yeah, I know this is a tree, but to me, I think she's, I like to think she's just eating a giant piece of broccoli.
You know what else is interesting about this statue?
What's that?
Is that he does not have a left leg. Mr. Moser had polio.
Oh yeah?
His left leg was the one that was most affected by the polio.
So they just left it off?
I wonder if that's what happened.
And replaced it with a building of some sort?
Sure.
And this here is called the Moser Tower. It is actually a musical instrument. It is full of bells, and apparently there's some way to play it. Unfortunately, we cannot go inside because it is closed, and according to Ian, it is always closed.
I have been here off and on for 20 years. This thing's been here for 10. I've never been in it.
Never.
Every time we come here, it's closed.
Wow. It's interesting looking.
Never heard it play either.
Never heard it play?
This music is all theoretical too.
You sure that's a good idea down there?
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
This town mural has some of the important people in the town's history. I'm really kind of fixated on this though. It seems like there needs to be a story behind this, why this happy soldier is giving this librarian a little doll. Someone tell me in the comment section, or if you don't know, make something up. Yeah, and over here we just have a iron lung. Here is local journalist Genevieve Townsley. Now apparently Naperville has several libraries because it is a very learned town. So here at the 95th Street Library, they have a different Dr. Seuss character, the infamous nagger, Sam I Am. He's got the green eggs and ham on quite a long pole, so try to get that. Oh, maybe I should fly my drone up there. Yeah, have you ever had someone that's like, try this, you'll like it, and you're like, no, I don't like it, and they're like, yeah, you'll like it, no, you'll like it. Yeah. I think this guy was supposed to be the hero of the book, and all he did was bother someone who wanted to be left alone for some reason that didn't matter. And finally, we are at a third library, the Naperville Boulevard Library, and we have the man himself, the Grinch. You know what I'd like, Grinch? I'd like people to quit trying to remake the movie. The cartoon, the original cartoon was perfect. And they dressed Jim Carrey. I mean, Jim Carrey, you know, he's funny, he does his Jim Carrey thing, but to me it wasn't the Grinch. And I don't need to know about the Grinch's childhood. The Grinch doesn't hate Christmas because kids were mean to him when he was a kid. He hates Christmas because he's a weird green monster that lives in a cave. Alright, appreciate you joining us here in Naperville, Illinois, which appears to have more statues than people in the town. Oh, hey there.
Who's the creepy guy over your shoulder? He's not a statue.
Are they going to make a statue of you? You said you went to school here?
I did. And
someday you're going to go on the Riverwalk and there's just going to be a statue of you that you didn't know about.
I'll be reaching for the sky.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen so many statues in one town.
And statues of people that, like, are not statuable.
Not statuable?
Yeah, like, I am not statuable, so there should not be a statue of me.
I think the key way to get a statue is to give a large portion of money to the city.
Yeah.
And say, hey, build a statue of me.
And they'll say, cool, no problem.
Cool. All right, appreciate you guys watching. Check down in the description to see other weird statues I have been to and other fun places, roadside attractions, museums, whatnot. Consider buying a t-shirt. That information is down in the description. Consider donating to Patreon. Donation of $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. But for now, this one's in the bag.